Yesterday I was showing you the Chondrus crispus variety of Seamoss. This is Irish Seamoss. You can't really see much of it now. It's kind of gloopy and jelly. I washed it, I soaked it overnight, soaked it again throughout the day, come home from work and boiled it, and it's, look, forming into a jelly. It's nicely cooled, it's still warm, it's nice and soft. And what I'm going to do now is get my hand blender and I'm going to blend this, and it's going to form into a nice smooth gel. And once it's cooled completely, I'm going to put it in the fridge and it will set like jelly. It has 92 of our body's 102 minerals. So we're getting fed on a cellular level, nourished, properly nourished, because it's important to remember our body needs minerals as well. And I even use that on my face. Believe it or not, it's great. Once it's set into a gel, you can actually put it on your face and you let it dry, and it starts to tighten the skin like you would never dream. And I tell you what, it really tightens up the skin. I've actually left it on because you don't get any trace of it. It's completely invisible, and it just looks like your face has been airbrushed. Or you can rinse it off after about 20 minutes. But internally, it's great to put in soups, smoothies, use it as a raising agent even. So I'm just going to give that a blast. Like the sea, it smells lovely. I love that smell. You can use it in your smoothies and your soups and everything, you know, to thicken things just like that. But once it's cooled right down, you put that in the fridge, that will set like jelly. And some people actually put cinnamon in there. You can put ginger in it. You can pre-sweeten it, but it lasts longer if you just have it plain. It will last for quite a while. In fact, I think the longest I've had my Seamoss gel sitting in the fridge, and I will literally now just transfer this pot into a deep drawer in my fridge and let it set. And the whole of the family will use it. And I think the longest I've had it is about 4 weeks, maybe 5. And it still stays really fresh. Just keep it in the fridge. Yesterday, or the day before rather, I soaked a different type of Seamoss, and this is from the Caribbean. In fact, this is from St. Lucia. Now, Seamoss comes in different textures. It comes in different colours. And again, as I mentioned, it's part of the Chondrus crispus variety. I like to soak my Seamoss in mineral water for the mineral value. Now, the reason I'm doing 2 different types of Seamoss is because I gave this to a lady at work. I'm going to make her a facial gel, and I'm going to put in the facial gel some rose water, and I may add in some aloe vera as well, so she can use the gel on her face. But I'm going to boil this so that she can have a nice big pot of gel to use at home to add to her foods, and hope that her energy levels, her iron, will be a lot better. So I'm going to put a bit more water in this and boil it. And you boil it for about, boil it for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm just putting enough water in there just to cover the Seamoss, and then I'm going to let it boil away on a medium heat, medium to high. Just, you know, not overly. I don't want to put it on that. If I put it on that high, it will boil over like milk. So I'm going to turn it down to sort of medium heat. In fact, you can let it get to boiling point, okay? but catch it just before it boils over, otherwise you're going to get a sticky gloop on your hob. So I'm going to let that reach boiling point. At no point cover that at all, because it will overflow and you'll, as I said, you'll get a messy sticky gloop. Once it gets to boiling point, turn it down to medium heat and then leave it for about 20 minutes. It will break down in the pan, the water will thicken, and it will become quite gluey. Let it cool down a bit, or if you have a metal hand blender, you can go straight in, blend it into the gel paste, look, thick paste that you see here that I showed you earlier. But I'm going to let that cool down a bit more, and then that's going to go straight into my fridge. And this will go straight into my fridge tonight. I'm going to add it to a jar, a big jar, and cover it and give it to Habiba tomorrow so she can use it. But if you store it, when you're storing it, don't cover it in the fridge. Don't leave a pan lid on. It will go off quicker, okay? Maybe put some cling film on it and stab a few holes in it if you have a jar, and leave it like that. When you soak the Seamoss, soak it in a well ventilated area where it's getting oxygen, because this is a live food, it breathes. When I first made it and I put it in a bowl, went out, came back, it started to swell, but it was the next morning when it had risen over the bowl, not over the bowl, but it got over the lip of the bowl. It had actually swelled up so much it felt like, it looked like it had grown in size, because it expands, it breathes, it takes in oxygen.